Greetings, people of the internet. This is Scott with CircWorks, and this is 100 Days of Making Comics Day 61. You're probably asking yourself, what is 100 Days of Making Comics? Because you've probably never seen any of these videos before, I'm sure. Well, there might be one of you or two of you that this is your first episode, and if it is, then I'll let you know. 100 Days of Making Comics is where I put aside at least 30 minutes a day in my busy schedule, which is always busy, just to work on my own personal comic book project. And anyone else doing this, it can be comics, it can be whatever you want. And I think, we're looking to keep this thing going and everything. So if you've even had the thought in your head about taking this 100 days challenge for whatever kind of art project or whatever you're working on, it's really brought a lot of joy to me, and it's really changed the way I do things, and I'm just having a blast doing it. So I would highly recommend that you do it and just see how it works. I mean, I've seen a lot of people that start. Some people don't. Some people kind of trail off, but that's okay. But at least you try it. So I mean, the idea is that you stick with it for those 100 days. But if you try it and if it's not working for you, that's fine too. At least you gave it a try. I mean, we kind of learn from our failures and everything. And I think no matter what, if you do try it, I think you're gonna get something out of it. And if not, you'll learn from it. So what have you got to lose anyway? And a lot of us are still going and everything, and that's obviously the end goal is to do these 100 days. So yeah, give it a try. Anyway, so I am working on a book called Young and the Dead, and again, this is just like the intro. You've probably never heard about this before, but it's kind of my adventure comic series. It's all ages, and it's kind of my ode to all those kid-centric adventure movies of the 80s, like Goonies or E.T. or like Monster Squad, which is probably one of my probably my favorite of all of those, even more than Goonies. Although I don't, I love Goonies. But so it's kind of like that. So you've got these kids and everything, and then they find themselves in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. So it's called Young and the Dead, and yeah, it's fun, and I'm enjoying doing it. And so far, it seems like people are enjoying reading it, so that's cool. So yesterday, what happened yesterday? If you saw yesterday's video, it was a really fun one. It was Art Drop Day. And so my daughter and I went out, and I did like 4 different sketches, and my daughter did one, and we went out. We pretty much spent the whole day, more or less, just driving around the Phoenix area, dropping off, these drawings and everything, and hiding them. And this is something that was started by Jake Parker, and if you've been watching, you've heard this before, and you probably know about this and everything. But just a real cool thing. So I'm glad that he did that. And so you hide these things, and then you either tweet about them or post on whatever social networks you use. And I was going back and forth using a few different ones, and I don't know, man. It was a lot of fun. It was a blast for me. My daughter had fun doing it. And we went to some interesting places and hit some stuff. And you put this stuff out there, and you don't know, especially if you don't have like this huge, massive following. I've got some people that follow and everything, and that's cool, and it's constantly growing. But I'm just in the beginning stages of this. If there's any advice I can give about that, is that it takes time. It takes time to build people that are build a kind of a group of people that are interested in what you're doing. And I hesitate to say fans, but whatever kind of word you use, community, or just people you interact with, whether they're more spectators, or maybe they actually get involved and discuss things with you, or make art, or they're other artists or whatever. But just that whole tribe or community. So I put stuff out. I put these, just hit these things, these photos out there in the world, and didn't know what would come of it. But today I got an email, and a couple of my pieces got found, and actually by the same person. So I don't know if it's somebody that I know or not, or what. But it's really cool. So there's still a couple of them that haven't been claimed yet, and some were kind of hidden. One was hidden in like a book in a library, so that might be something that pops up later. But hopefully, if anyone does find it, they'll let me know. But I thought that was really cool. And the two that I hid were in, they weren't really close locations. They were miles and miles away, not miles and miles and miles away, but I would say maybe 20 miles or so. I don't know. They're maybe more than that. But anyway, so somebody actually took the time to go hunt these things down. I'm glad they found them. So that kind of made my day. But anyway, so that's what's been going on. Because I took all of yesterday off, I'm kind of behind on other stuff, and I got to play a lot of catch up. So this one will probably run a little bit short, but I just wanted to show you what I've been doing as far as putting my 30 days in my comics. Doing a little more work on this page 3, and I'm happy the way it's coming along. It's got I've got some different planes of stuff going on, which I'm kind of digging. So I'll just show you real quickly. So I don't know if you can focus on. You've got some characters here in the foreground, and then you've got other characters, and I like kind of, instead of just having everyone in like one area, just kind of, and it's actually then there's characters back here, and so this is kind of a big action scene. But yeah, so far I'm happy with the way that's coming out. It could almost be a cover, and that's something I haven't thought of yet for this issue, which is issue 3 of the book. But yeah, I want to start thinking of the cover. I'm thinking I want to do some. There's a scene where the kids are on the bikes, and they've kind of got them tricked out with zombie fighting, like paraphernalia or whatever, strapped to the bikes and everything. So I think that would be cool, with maybe having a few of the characters on their bikes ready to go into action, but I haven't quite decided. So usually I wait till the end, till I do everything else before I do a cover. But anyway, that's what's going on for today, which is day 65, and I'll see you again for day 66. And yeah, that is all.